Well, you've got financial questions, and money and business expert Derek Kinney has answers. So today we are opening up the viewer email box. Derek, it is good to have you back again, 2 times here in 2 days now, pulling double duty this week.
Hey, great to see you, Jason. Good to be with you.
Thanks for coming back. Okay, so let's get to our first question straight out of the gates here. It comes from Gloria, who is in Plano. She emails, I want to make a contribution to my IRA. When is the deadline to make that?
Most people think it's the end of the year, but it's actually when you file your tax return. So let's say you wait until April 15th of next year, you can make the contribution on April 15th. Most people, though, like to do it by calendar year to keep track of it, but it's a great way to save additional dollars for retirement. I would encourage you to do it if you can afford to do it.
Yeah, and if you can do it by the end of the year, it makes sense to go ahead and get that done anyway, because then, you have those gains that happen all the way up until you do your taxes anyway. And as you keep saying, Derek, now is the time to be investing when the stock market's a little bit knocked down, and maybe you can get greater returns.
That's right, exactly.
Let's get to question number 2 now here. It comes from Jonathan, who is in Dallas. He writes, when it comes to having your own business, is it better to buy a franchise or to launch an idea of your own? I know you have had your own business, Derek, so you're perfect to answer this.
Well, it's a great question, and keep in mind, if you want structure and a checklist and a proven system, the franchise model could not be a better way to go to launch your own business, because you simply do what they say to do, and if you do it effectively, you'll probably have a successful business. But if you want to save some money, be creative, really launch something of your own, be a visionary, launching your own business can be the way to go, but it's fraught with more risk. So sometimes more risk, more reward, but oftentimes less risk, more security. It depends on your personality and really your financial preferences right now.
And how much can you stomach there? Dina in Frisco sent in a message as well. She says, I have some ambitious career goals. That's good. What do you recommend to help me stay on track for what I want to accomplish? Because sometimes, we have these extraordinary ambitions and we don't quite reach them, and we kind of get down on ourselves.
I love this question. I think it relates to a lot of our viewers because it comes down to 2 things. First of all, setting goals for yourself. And I'm a big goal setter, as you know. I like to write a couple goals on a note card every year, put it on my bathroom mirror, on my nightstand to remind myself every day, what am I moving toward? Because life comes at you fast. So I would encourage you to write down 3 career goals and stay focused on them every single day this next year. But also find a mentor and an accountability partner to ask you each week, how are you doing with your career goals? Because just the fact of having somebody ask you and knowing they're going to ask you can often even guilt and shame you into doing better things for yourself than you would do left on your own.
Derek, do you still do this thing where you do this retreat for a day or 2 every year to really focus in on this kind of stuff and sort of tune out all the noise?
Yeah, Jason, it's one of the most powerful things that I do. I've done it for many, many years. I call it a sabbatical. I take away about a month, about a week by myself to ask myself, how do I be a better husband, better father, better business owner? It's a powerful time to really get centered on what it is I want for myself. And I think our viewers can do the same thing, whether you work for somebody or you have your own business. Knowing what you're going for and after can really be focused in what you spend your time on.
It's a great idea to get all those distractions out of your way. Let's get to one more question here. It comes from, we've got some alliteration today, Rhonda in Richardson. She writes, I really want to invest in real estate even though the market is softening right now. What are some opportunities that you'd suggest there?
Well, I give you an example in hockey. You want to skate to where the puck is going, not to where the puck is right now. What that means is think about where real estate may be going to, not just in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but think about other parts around the country. Is there a new park being created? Is there an amusement area? Is there an entertainment section around the country where there's likely going to be people drawn there? That could be where VRBO, Airbnb, short-term rental opportunities could be in abundance. And so don't just think that because the retail space or the home or the apartment industry is down, people are traveling. We see Travel Tuesday now more than ever. That's a hot spot. So that might be a place to put some money, ideally use other people's money to do it, but it could be a way to build wealth for yourself long term.
But try to look for where the industry is going. I remember you've talked about this before. If everybody else is talking about it and doing it, you're already too late.
That's exactly. Typically, by the time the hot stop reaches you, it has cooled dramatically.
Okay, Derek Kinney, thanks for the answers once again today. His name is Derek Kinney. He is the author of Good Money Revolution. Check that out. Derek, thanks a lot.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jason.